In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to insert a full motion video clip into a Wii video project. So in this example story that I've been working on, where I have included a photograph from the 1920s of my grandfather and my father in my grandfather's store, I wrote a script and I recorded the audio narration that at about the 1 minute mark or so, I start talking about some of the products that are on display in the counter behind, or on the shelf behind the counter where my grandfather is. And one of the items I mentioned is Kellogg's Pep cereal. So if we click the play button to preview this, we should hear me talking about Kellogg's Pep. Above him, however, are boxes of Kellogg's Pep cereal, a product which I have never heard of. Okay, so that goes on till about the 1 minute and 41 second mark. So if I go a little bit before that, than any other ready-to-eat wheat cereal. And then I stop talking about the cereal. So right in that neighborhood, it goes from me talking to not talking, and then the music keeps playing. Than any other ready-to-eat wheat cereal. Okay, so I'll just stop it right there because I've stopped talking about Pep cereal. And I found and mentioned in the script that I had done a Google search on Pep cereal, and I had even found an old Kellogg's television commercial about the cereal, and I downloaded it from YouTube, and I have it here. And so what I can do is I can drag this down into the video clip track, video 1 in the timeline. And I know that it's going to be too long. I know that it's 1 minute and 13 seconds long, and I only want to play about 10 or 12 seconds of it. So I can scrunch down, pulling this to the right while I'm holding my mouse button down, and then I can go to the other end and pull that in to the left, and I can work with how long I want this to be. But for right now, I'll just put it in right there. And I want it to start at about the 1 minute and 42 second point. And so if I back up the playhead and click play, ready to eat wheat cereal. I wish I could learn even more about not just... Okay, so it's in, but the problem, as you can see, is that I continue to talk and the music continues to play, and I don't want that to happen. So what I can do instead is go back to right before the video is going to start, and I can place the playhead there at that point where I've stopped talking. And again, you're going to have to be kind of precise and go back and forth and listen to it several times to get it exactly right. Cereal. And I know that that's close enough, 141 and a little bit. And I can click on this little scissors icon. And what that will do is that will split these clips into different pieces. So if I move the playhead out of the way, you'll see that now this is split, and this is split. And what I can do is I can move these audio tracks out of the way while the video is playing. And unfortunately, it's not quite so easy with these clips. These clips want to snap back in place automatically to fill up any dead spots in the main track in the timeline. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to come over here to the plus sign, add a new track, and I'm going to create a second video track. It doesn't matter what I call it. And now I'm going to move this up there, the image and the credit slide at the end. And now I'm going to move these over so that they'll start after the video plays. So right now there's nothing going on here. And if we move the playhead back and preview this, let's see what this looks like and sounds like. Any other ready-to-eat wheat cereal.
Her favorite, Kellogg's Pep, the build-up wheat cereal. And Pat, too, is learning that Kellogg's Pep has more builder-upper vitamins than any other
ready-to-eat wheat cereal, I know it says, so I can click on that and bring it over a little bit. It also, there was a delay when it started, so I might want to remind myself that I can go to the plus tool here and I can make this a little bit more spread out so I can work with it a little easier. So the next thing I want to do is make sure that my audio narration and the music don't end abruptly when the video begins to play. And also I don't want them to start abruptly when the video ends. So what I'm going to do is go over to the Actions button and show levels on the music. And you remember for demonstration purposes, I had brought this down earlier. I'm going to bring it back up. And in order to do that, I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer so I can see that. And so because I've used the change track volume, I don't need to worry about these opacity points or these volume points. So instead, what I'll do is I'll click over here and I will have that fade out right before the video begins to play. And this is a good time to use the zoom tool once again, because I don't want the fade on the music to be all that long, just really right at the end. So then I'm not sure that I need my narration to fade, just the music. And then on this last piece of music, again, I'm going to just pull that up so that it doesn't, in fact, I'm just going to double click and get rid of these points. I don't really need them. What I want to do instead is I want to have the music fade back in, so I'm going to create another keyframe there and have that fade back in. And again, same thing with my narration. I don't need to worry about that because I stop talking and then I start again. So now, if we move the playhead back here to right before the video starts, let's watch this and preview it. They're ready to eat wheat cereal.
Her favorite, Kellogg's Pep, the build-up wheat cereal. And Pat, too, is learning that Kellogg's Pep has more builder-upper vitamins than any other ready-to-eat wheat.
Okay, I still didn't get that exactly right, so I'm going to pull that over a little bit. And the other thing, I can do the same thing. I can show these levels and I can have the video. Again, let me zoom in just a little bit more to make it easier to work with. I'll have the video also fade in so that it doesn't begin abruptly, and I'll do the same thing at the end where I have it fade out. So now let's preview it one last time. Let me move this over, and they're ready to eat wheat cereal.
Her favorite, Kellogg's Pep, the build-up wheat cereal. And Pat, too, is learning that Kellogg's Pep has more builder-upper vitamins than any other ready-to-eat wheat cereal.
I wish I could learn even more about not just the grocery items for sale, but about my father and his father. Okay, so maybe not 100% perfect, but much closer now, and I could work with this. I noticed that I wanted that video to start a little sooner there, so I can bring it over, and since it fades in, I have a little bit of overlap there. Same thing with the music and my narration. So I can tweak those a little bit until I get them just right, and then when I'm done, I can continue to work on the video project. So if you've decided that you want to work with video clips, then WeVideo certainly supports that, and it takes a little bit of extra effort, but in certain cases, digital stories can be enhanced with the use of short video clips that help emphasize the themes of your story.